Let's talk about the burger flipper. The guy who's talked trash about the fans last year, at least kept quiet in that regard. And I feel like I had some mixed results here. Evan Neal, 61.2 PFF grade, 49.6 against the pass, 80.8 against the run. Literally, he had one of the best grades anybody had on this entire team, let alone the offensive line, for what he was able to do with run blocking. But it is also hard to ignore how bad he was against the pass in the result, too. You know, we've all seen, we open up our X Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it, and you see slow motion video of him going, and looking like an absolute fool against a pass rusher that just put one move on him and made him look like a child, basically. So very disappointing, like I said, that what he's been and what he's turned into in this league, that's for sure. Had a lot of high hopes for Evan Neal coming in. I thought it was going to be a great 1-2, tackle stud kind of duo at that point with him and Andrew Thomas, but it just hasn't worked out that way. I still want to see him moved into guard. I think that's the better position for him. I don't know why the Giants are so seemingly against it. I would sit him down now when you're having your end of season talks. I don't know if they have it or not yet, but they're going to have it if they haven't. And say, listen, we really do appreciate everything you put in work-wise for us when you're coming back also from a pretty bad injury. But we got to look at you at a different spot here. It's just not working at the tackle position. But I think he'd be good at it if he moved inside. He's a big player. He has the size to do it, that's for sure. He's got the movement to do it. What he's got trouble is his foot quickness at that point, and people get to the outside faster than he does. And he gets confused by some of the reads and stuff like that. But there's no one to protect him because he's on the edge. So I think putting him inside is an interesting idea, and I think it could potentially work very well. Kind of like how it worked for Eric Flowers when we didn't do it then either. The guy was a Pro Bowler, I remember correctly, with the Dolphins as a guard later on, and signed a big contract with the Commanders. I mean, the guy didn't have a great long career. I'm not trying to suggest that, that's for sure. But he's a guy that we tossed to the side, and the NFL found a use for him. And the NFL found the use for him because we let them. We gave him up like that. Let's see. I'm looking at him right now. He's only 30 years old, by the way, Eric Flowers. I thought he was much, much older than that there. But yeah, like I said, it was 2019 when the Commanders first moved him over to the guard position. Did very well on this side of Brandon Scherf. It's a great combo of guards they had. And then he went, like I said, Miami, then back to Washington. Again, I think this is the kind of role you can see Evan Neal falling down the road of later on, because it's just not working at a tackle. And as much as he talked trash about the fans, so I have no problem bashing him to a certain degree, he's still a Giant, so I'm still going to wish the best for him. But his best probably ain't good enough, guys. Not at the tackle position. At the guard position, maybe. And you're going to have some openings there. We already said Grant Van Roten might not come back. If he does come back, he might even come back to work some more at center and stuff like that. Or worst comes to worst, Evan Neal is your top backup guard. If you still need backups at every position. So, again, sad we're down to this point with a guy who was a 7th overall pick. But I'm not ready to fully give up on him at this point. But I'm also willing to fully give up him as a tackle. I think he's proven he can't do it, so.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you.